Hi, I'm Jeff Hemmel for Boating Magazine. One of the most talked about personal watercraft in 2014 has undoubtedly been the Sea-Doo Spark. Much of that buzz is centered around the craft's price. At a time when the average PWC has risen to nearly $12,000, BRP brought the Spark in at a mere $49.99, and that's a price they're holding steady heading into 2015. Now let's put that into perspective. On a monthly basis, that's probably less than most people spend at Starbucks. How did they do it? Let's take a closer look and find out. One of the first things you'll notice about the Spark is its matte finish. Rather than fiberglass, BRP developed a material called Polytech to form the Spark's durable hull and deck. It's lightweight, it's less costly to manufacture, and as we'll see shortly, it also requires less horsepower to push it through the water. The development of Polytech also allowed BRP to form the Spark in a variety of bright colors, including orange crush, bubblegum, pineapple, as well as a more conservative licorice and vanilla. The next thing you can't miss is a lot of open space in the bow area. In stock trim, the Spark forgoes a bow storage compartment, and without it, you get a really good feel for this boat's unique style. This is what BRP dubs the exoscale. Now, it uses an internal frame to reduce materials, which further reduces weight, yet you still have a good deal of hull rigidity. Another innovative idea is seen in how BRP joins together the Spark's hull and deck. Rather than traditional adhesive, the Spark is held together using bolts. They're sandwiched around a rubber gasket seal to prevent water intrusion. Consumer access points, like to the fuel fill, battery, or oil dipstick, are kept to a minimum for ease of use. But for any serious service, the entire deck can be removed in about 10 minutes. Now that gives a technician unprecedented access to both the engine and driveline. Thanks to the hull and deck material's light weight, BRP was also able to use a lighter, more compact engine. The 900cc Rotax Ace was actually co-developed with Ski-Doo engineers for a similar application on the snowmobile side. In this case, it's been marinized for marine use. It comes in 2 horsepower configurations. A 60 horsepower model powers the base model Spark to a top speed of about 40 miles per hour. The optional 90 horsepower HO version will push it to a top speed of about 48 miles per hour. Because it's a lot lighter than other models, the power to weight ratio of the Spark is close to 50% better than competitive units, and it gives riders plenty of acceleration similar to higher priced models. When they were designing the Spark, BRP used an iconic model for a reference, the SP. And like that model of old, the Spark's a lot more playful. You can spin it out, you can power slide it, you can stand it on end. It's just a lot more fun, playful ride, not quite the locked in aggressive feel you get from today's boats. But that's not to say the Spark won't carve. Plant your outside foot, lean in, and you can snap off an aggressive turn that will please even the most hardcore rider. And while the Spark is at home in calmer lakes and waterways, it's still a really fun ride in rough conditions and will please those looking for a challenge. The Sea-Doo Spark is available in both 2 and 3 passenger configurations, the latter of which features an extended seat and hull. The 3-up is also capable of towing tubes and boarders. Other optional add-ons include a 7-gallon storage compartment which can be clipped in at the bow, a handy flip-down boarding step for deep water boarding, and even Sea-Doo's intelligent brake and reverse system. IBR uses a combination of the reverse bucket and reverse thrust to offer stopping power out on the water, but it also comes in handy during everyday use as it allows the Spark to start in neutral at the dock or ramp and then be put into forward or reverse through intuitive handlebar-mounted controls. Will the Spark reignite the industry as BRP hopes? Early indications are yes. This has become an instant hit as the most accessible watercraft on the market, and that's a trend we're predicting will continue into 2015. For Boating Magazine, I'm Jeff Hemmel.